Hey there, my name's Levi and welcome back to another tech review. Today we're talking about the Moza Air. So you want to buy a stabilized gimbal, and if you're anything like me, you were keen to get something that was going to take your filmmaking and take your video style, the way you can capture different things and take that to the next level. For me, the Moza Air was the answer to that. A few things I'll break down: affordability, portability, and just general features and product quality. The thing that sets the Moza Air apart from pretty much every other stabilized gimbal in its price range is that it can take up to 2.5 pound payload of camera gear. Now that works great for me shooting Canon. I have a Canon 6D right here on it right now. I have a Canon 6D mounted with the Sigma 50mm f1.4, and it does not have any issues at all handling and dealing with such a heavy camera and setup. It is incredibly versatile, it's incredibly balanced and stable, and I had not had any issues, and so that's been really great. Let's take a look in the box. So what we have is a charger that connects via USB, so that's pretty handy. We have a quick release plate, cleaning kit, the tripod mount, handle, and batteries. So that's where the batteries go, obviously. And the thing itself. There it is, that's the main part of the gimbal. We also have the handle, so that's the screw part that goes around the actual main grip of the gimbal, and then you've got all this that sort of screws together your handles that then slide on and tighten, like so. Have an extra little plate and Allen key for adjusting certain things, and of course cables to connect your camera to the gimbal so they can talk. That's pretty much what's in the box. Let's see how to set it up. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to put this thing together and how to calibrate and set it up properly. Now, the first thing I do is I get the handle piece and put the batteries inside and screw that to the main body. Next thing, I often put the tripod feet on, because this is how you're going to get it set up properly and actually able to calibrate. Makes it a lot easier. So you set it up, and as you can see there, that's our... So it's important that you make sure when you're going to attach your camera, so you don't have to take it off and readjust and recalibrate everything, is that you've got the Moza logos straight and that you can read them properly, because that's the proper way for your camera to actually fit on. So attach your camera. Okay, bye. So the first thing you have to do is balance the forward back motion of your camera. So this is obviously tilting too far forward, so I'm going to bring it back a little bit. That's just about right. Back a tiny bit more. And obviously you need to do that every time. You sort of need to readjust everything to fit it back in the box. So when you get it back out, it's not going to be perfect every time. And obviously using different bodies or different lenses, different cameras, you'll need to recalibrate. So that's pretty good. That's the forward back balance done. Now it's tilting to the side a bit too much, so we're going to loosen this one here on the top, push it over a bit too much. And there you go. Basically what you want your camera to be able to do is balance and stabilize without it even turned on, is to sit level and all that kind of thing, because then the motors don't have to work as hard to make the camera level, especially with such a heavy setup on there. So next, you want to be able to move your camera and it not really go too crazy. If it's moving too much, you can adjust the one here on the bottom, but I'm pretty happy with how that's going. So what happens is, next we turn it on. There we go, and you are set to go. just like that. Yeah, pretty easy. And basically what you do is you use, as I said before, you can use the control here to toggle up, down, sideways to get it set for the way that you want to then do your shot. Pretty easy. Okay, so this is what the gimbal looks like with the handles attached. We have, like I said, the Canon 6D with the 50mm art lens. Let's turn it on. There we go. So basically, that's it. You're ready to go. There's obviously the toggle here, which you can use to tilt the camera up, down, around. But I find, particularly in my videoing style, I'll have a particular shot, a set shot that I'm looking for, and so I'll set all those parameters and then I'll hit record and then I'll go and get that shot. Camera is nice and stable. So to get the camera on top, basically all you have to do is rotate this around and there you go. You are now shooting with your camera above you. These handles make it extremely easy to move around, to pan, to, as you twist it moves around, and yeah, I guess that's sort of it on the camera stabilization. Is how it looks and works. So yeah, okay. So starting with affordability, the Moza Air starts at about $599 US, and compared to other stabilized gimbals, that's sort of on the lower end of price point. Yet at the same time, it manages to pack a lot of the same features that you would find in other gimbals. So you have sort of at the top end, just talking about something that a normal person would be able to afford. We're talking about something like the DJI Ronin. Now that's not overkill for someone who is doing a lot of filming and a lot of travel or things like that. But there was other things that drew me and made me go with the Moza Air. So then you go to portability. So the Moza Air comes with a hard case, which is awesome and makes it extremely easy to move around and helps you know that your expensive equipment is going to be well kept and looked after. So you get to the durability and the product makeup and the quality. It's an aluminium covering on pretty much the entire thing. There's some rubber bits like on the handle, and basically it doesn't feel cheap. It feels high-end and it feels durable, and I've managed to get out and shoot a bit with it out on the beach and shoot a wedding last weekend, and it didn't fail me. It was really easy to throw in the back of the car in the case and to pull out. That brings us basically to the next thing, is the ease of use. And obviously that's the big question, and I found it extremely easy to set up. I was a bit worried. I wasn't sure how easy that would go. You know, what happens when you change lenses or you're changing bodies like I was last weekend at this wedding. You have to sort of calibrate every time, and it's extremely easy. We'll get to that in a minute, but basically it's so quick, and you can make modifications and changes on the go. When compared to other stabilizers and other gimbals, I've had a bit to do and had to look at a few others hands-on, and they didn't quite tick the boxes in that. Things like reconfiguring and readjusting, changing lenses was difficult and took time and was a bit finicky and a bit challenging. So the way that they've designed this is extremely awesome, making that really easy. If you are someone wanting to take that step, bite the bullet, and get a stabilizer, I would suggest starting with the Moza Air is a great decision. You should even just maybe look into it, look into some more reviews, look into some comparisons, and have a look at people comparing this with the Zenus or the Foytech range as well, side by side, and decide if it's best for you. I decided it was best for me because of the features. I haven't even got into using the remote, which I haven't purchased yet, and I've got an Android phone, so the app is even in beta. So basically I'm just using this on its own. I've downloaded the software for the computer, but again, haven't even plugged it in, and I've found it extremely versatile, extremely easy to use, and it sort of ticks all the boxes for what I want to do. It's easy to use, it's reliable, the battery lasts about 5 hours, which is a bit shorter compared to other gimbals, but again, it meets, I don't need it to last longer than that. So for me, it's perfect. For me, this was the best decision, the best way, the most affordable way that I could break into the gimbal, the stabilized gimbal world, and I have not been let down. I have not disappointed with the results, the quality of smooth footage that it gets. Some people have had issues with having shaky footage or it not stabilizing properly, but basically I have loved every second of using this. It's awesome to use, it's great to use. It also comes with these great handles, which give it a bit of a DJI Ronin feel. Again, not everyone comes with these. And again, these just make it that much easier to use, and that much easier to move around with and hold, and makes the gimbal all that more versatile. So basically, I will leave a link below for the website that you can purchase this from. You can also get it from other stores online, places like Amazon. That's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and consider the Moza Air if you go to purchase a stabilized gimbal. It has been great for me. I have really enjoyed using it, and yeah, I hope that you enjoy the journey. You enjoy shooting and taking your videoing and editing and filming and whatever you're doing to the next level. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.